playoffs, if you like. And Gerald Sinstad now reports on that game.
King with the free kick. Nice little flick on. And that's the opening goal from Steve White. A typical Swindon goal, starting right at the back with the free kick. Played long, the flick on, and White running through to get his 20th goal of the season, and we've not been playing 2 minutes. Cascarino trots back to cover one of the tall men in for Swindon. Bamber and Parkin, the two real dangers in the air. And it's Parkin or Bamber they aim for. Bamber, good save from White by Kite. Corner found Bamber's head, and White at point-blank range, thwarted by Phil Kite. Pritchard can't get away from King, but finds Cascarino. Now Quo for Elsey. That's a good ball. Elsey, can he get it back on that left foot? Curled it, but just wide. Lou Macari in the light suit, seen his team now come back from 2-0 down on aggregate to 1 up with just over 45 minutes left. Bamber heads it almost back to the halfway line, but Hockaday takes it up. Nice touch from White. Coyne again, off the line by Haylock. Bamber, pursued by Greenall. Bamber in, good header, and now White. White still. But it has to be said that wasn't very good defending by Gillingham, but let White in there. But it was very good finishing by Steve White. This is Smith. Pierce. Cascarino battling again. Quo! Good save! Digby at full stretch from Trevor Quo's shot. Quo for Cascarino again. Smith taking it up. Parkin pursuing him. Smith. Oh! Shearer has put wide of the post the clearest chance that Gillingham have had. Smith took up the running, got almost to the line, pulled over the cross, and it seemed to bobble off Shearer's shins. Magnificent game of effort, skill, and courage and character. And Swindon have done it. 2-0, the goal scored by Steve White, and it will be Swindon in the second division next season. Gillingham must try again in the third.
Lou, you've known some great occasions as a player. How have you taken to doing it at arm's length from the bench?
Well, it's the second time for me, last year and tonight. Last year was enjoyable. Tonight was most unenjoyable, I must be perfectly honest. It's okay for people to make up these new rules, but the most important people in football are the spectators and obviously the players. And I know our players were tense tonight because all what we'd done in the previous games, 46 of them could have been thrown away in one game. The spectators were tense as well, so you know, if I had my way, I'd completely scrap them. I couldn't go through that again.
I thought the discipline, particularly at the back in the second half, was wonderful.
Well, we've never been a good team for that, and funny enough tonight they did it. Normally attacking and getting goals is a major part of our team, and defensively we're never usually that hot. But you know, they stood like a European Cup tie, they stood with their backs to the wall, soaked up any pressure and obviously kept them out.
And the fans were magnificent.
Well, you know, it's not just First Division clubs that can bring a big crowd down from wherever they come from and enjoy it. It happens in the second, it happens in the third, and it happens in the fourth division. And possibly a little bit more thought should be put into third and fourth division fans, as you said tonight, here they were fantastic for us.
2 more days, it will be June. When do you start again?
Oh, don't remind me. I've had a few awkward questions put to me tonight about when we go back to training and will I be at Swindon, and you know, I just want to enjoy tonight. It doesn't happen very often.
Will you be at Swindon?
Please, Gerald, let me enjoy tonight.
I think you're entitled to. Very well done.
Well done, thank you.
And now our happy resident Swindon supporter down at Lingfield for the racing today. Watched the match last night and injured yourself, Julian, didn't you? You weren't being a hooligan or anything, were you?
No, you saw there was a great second goal. It was terribly well worked by Peter Coyne and Dave Bamber, and a great finish by Steve White.
Wasn't a touch of handball about it, was there?
You must be looking at a funny monitor today, Desmond. No, we got a little bit of a wound, I'm afraid.
Did you?
Well,
go on then. You don't often see this, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not the first time this year that I've jumped out of my seat, but the thing is that the seats at Palace are a bit different to the ones at Swindon, and I landed badly. So I'm not sure if I get through 10 overs tomorrow.
Of course, you sit in the posh seats, don't you, down at Swindon, I suppose, and they're all padded for you. Anyway, it was a great occasion. What are they going to do in the second division, do you think?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm very hopeful that Louis will stay with us, and there's absolutely no reason to believe that he won't. And he's a man who adjusts to every different situation, and he's going to start at scratch again. We had to start at scratch again in Division 3, and let's hope it'll happen in Division 2. I mean, the great strength of Louis' management, in my opinion, is that, first of all, he knows the strengths of players. He gets players 100% fit. He believes in the old-fashioned values of players looking after themselves. And secondly, he keeps the players on their toes. And apart from the goalkeeper, nobody quite knows if they're playing in the next game, because every game's taken on its merit.
You go on for about 3 hours about Swindon. How long have you been supporting them now?
It's about 35 years now, Des, but last night was certainly one of the great nights, and it was very kind of Louis to invite me into the dressing room afterwards, but it was rather adding insult to injury when he called everyone to hush, and he said, "Here's the good news, boys," he said, "Julian's got a good thing at Lingfield tomorrow." And
right, well, you tell us about it later. You tell us about it later. OK, thanks very much indeed. We're going quickly because we've got to make the news, and I've got to show you a bit of athletics.
For Lingfield today, a bigger groan went up than if Steve White had missed an open goal with 2 minutes to go.
Oh, I see.
But anyway, we think that there's a handicap good thing today.